It's a bomb. The soldier's face was covered in soot and blood. Don't think too much about it. Desmond smiled in acknowledgement, and his hands moved quickly as he finished up the wiring. They were crouching behind a destroyed car, a storm of lasers whizzing close by. What are you going to do with it? I don't know. The soldier peeked over the car, instinctually ducking every other second. Hopefully kill a few aliens. Desmond nodded, biting off some tape as he finished. He read the soldier's name tag, Lieutenant Graves. I didn't know we were still doing ranks. Graves glanced down to acknowledge his patch. I'm sentimental. An explosion erupted from the other side of the road, caking them in heat and showering down pellets of hot metal. Desmond stayed focused long enough to arm the small bomb and hand it over. He screamed to be heard over the chaos. It's my last one! Make it count! Graves grabbed it quickly. He looked at it in his hands just long enough to see how he'd set it off, and then gave a simple nod. Godspeed, man. Quickly, Desmond rummaged through his pocket and found his pack of cigarettes. He took one out and offered it to the man. Here, before you go. Could be your last. Graves smiled. You're a saint. Desmond lit it for him, careful to cover the flame from the non-stop wind. There. Now go fuck him up. Graves took off out of view, sprinting into a cloud of smoke and dust. Desmond waited patiently, tucking in as close as he could to the charred car, and ignoring the deadly shots that kept shaking it. Sure enough, not a minute later he saw the lovely velvet red of fire plumb up into a nearby flower down the road. Without a doubt it was his bomb. He turned and put his back against the car. Smiling, he pulled out a cigarette for himself. Chaos reigned around him. Ships were in messy dogfights all over the sky. Artillery shook the ground with the frequency of a metronome. Not an inch of air didn't contain death, and for all Desmond knew, the same was true for the whole galaxy. Another person ran up to hide behind the car with him, except this time it wasn't a human. It was one of their various coalition allies. A humanoid, blue creature, with an elongated face and sharp features. Desmond forgot what they were called. Hey, buddy, he said through his cigarette with a smile. How's the war treating you? The thing looked at him with wide, terrified eyes. What? Desmond offered him a cigarette from his pack. Want one? Are you fucking serious right now? Fine, he shrugged. More for me. You're human, aren't you? There were dozens of species involved in fighting off the Imperium. It was a war that had been waging for a long, long time now, and humans were one of the oldest combatants. Species came and left the coalition as they gave up or died out. Only humans seemed to have the energy to always keep going. Desmond looked at his hands with a wiry grin. Last I checked. The thing shook his head. I'd heard stories about you all. Every shot that whizzed by caused the creature to almost drop to its stomach in fear. How do you do it? His question was honest, and Desmond could see from his eyes just how much terror was resting in his system. The creature continued. How are you not going insane? You have been fighting this war for decades now, and we're still losing. How does that not drive you to insanity? Aye, Desmond nodded. It isn't going well. Then how do you do it? I fought with a lot of aliens over the years. A lot, he said, while looking out into the storm of fighters in the sky. I've noticed one thing that humans do just a little better than them, and it's not fighting, and it's not technology. In all honesty, we're pretty bad at all that. But I think in war, we got the one thing figured out that we need to. The alien was panting. It was exhausted by the mere presence of war. What? He offered out the pack again, shrugging as he spoke. We take it one cigarette at a time. The creature looked at the offer, blinking slowly as it tried to pass Desmond's words. I don't get it. Stop trying to. He took out one stick for him, handing it over and pulling out his lighter. Stop trying to, and just smoke the damn cigarette while you can. The creature hesitantly took it, letting Desmond light it for him with the caution of a stray cat. Alright. Now. Desmond scooted over and patted the ground next to him. Take a seat next to me here, buddy. We're in the middle of a fucking battlefield! Desmond waved his finger. One cigarette at a time. The creature looked at him as if they were speaking different languages. But after a second or two of thought, it shook its head and sat down. Good, Desmond said. Now lean your head back against the car, close your eyes, and just one long drag of smoke. Let it really last. The alien listened, doing as Desmond told. Together they shared a strange moment of silence. Lasers blistered by. A fighter ship crash-landed a few blocks away, and the sound of a bombardment sounded off from the other side of the city. But the two of them, the two in the middle of it all, they were quiet. Now, Desmond said, with his eyes still closed. How's that feel? Humans are insane. Yup. Desmond took another drag from his cigarette. And thank God for that. The battle raged on. The war raged on. The death toll climbed and the tragedy deepened. Yet through it all, chaos and fire, mankind was there. Mankind was on the fields and in the trenches, at the spear tip and in the supply lines. They were the heart and blood of the war, and they never stopped beating. After all, smoke 'em if you got 'em.